Gloria Brooks here with Nature Glows eScience. Are you struggling with math this homeschool year? Is your kid crying over their math workbook? Are you just sick and tired of using the same old math curriculum, but you're afraid to try something new for the 100th time? I've got you covered with game schooling math. Listen carefully to this. Now, I know when you think of the word game schooling, you might be thinking, that's a deviation from traditional math. How in the world am I going to report that to the powers that be at the end of the homeschool year? Got you covered there too. It's really simple. Just have a notebook, a journal, and each time you guys play a game as a family, you can just mark down the concepts that you're covering. See, it's that simple. It doesn't have to be hard. So let's dive in, and I want to show you how to game school math so that you can start to let go of the undesirable curriculum that you really hate using and that your kid really hates using. Now, you'll probably want to start off slow and not just go cold turkey throwing out your curriculum, because you might just freak out and, just not really get into game schooling math if you do that. So my suggestion, and I'm going to show you a few free, that's right, I said free resources to help get you jump started with game schooling math. So first you want to pick whatever concept it is that your child is struggling with right now. So I'm going to show you, as an example, fractions. Fractions is something that a lot of homeschoolers really struggle with. Okay, but also, as I'm showing you game schooling math here, don't tell your kids that it's educational and that you're doing school through games, because that can be a real killjoy right there. And they might not want to do it. Quick story here. I was a boarding house parent for middle school students during 2019 at the Arthur Morgan School. And we had one of my boarding house students, Bradley. I've changed his name to protect his privacy, because in case there are some AMS kids that are watching this video. Okay, so Bradley had severe dyslexia. And one Saturday, myself and the other boarding house parent, Lena, and I were playing Monopoly with Bradley. And Bradley was, he was the student that refused to go to my pre-algebra class. And you know what? I was secretly going, yeehaw. I know that sounds weird, but I was forced to, because of the school's setup. A lot of private schools, they insist that you, march to a certain beat of using curriculum. I had to teach the kids from a pre-algebra curriculum. And I didn't want to be doing that. I wanted to be game schooling all the way through pre-algebra. So Bradley refused to come to my class. So in the evenings, I would play online virtual games with Bradley, and he started learning math through video games. And so back to my story, on the Saturday afternoon with myself, the other house parent, Lena, we were playing Monopoly with Bradley, and he was learning how to make change, how to count money. And all of a sudden Lena said, "Did you realize that you're learning math with, counting the money?" And he just shut down. It's like, so we realized, her and I learned our lesson. Don't bring up that kids are learning academics during games, because it can shut them down. Because, there's a lot of baggage that comes with the traditional education mindset, especially with math, where kids are just shutting down. They're crying over their workbook. If you're watching this video, that might be happening with you. All right, so let me show you how you can game school fractions. All right, so no, I'm not teaching math here. Someone asked the question there in chat. So I'm showing resources on how homeschoolers can not teach, but how you can game school math. All right, it's how you can play games. So what I've done, I've gone to Teachers Pay Teachers. You'll want to set up a free account if you haven't done so already. and then type in whatever math concept that you are looking for a game for. So fraction, and I'm not going to do a new search here, but I would put the word games at the end, okay? So just put fraction games or whatever math concept. It could be addition games, subtraction games. Put it in there. And then on the left-hand side, you are going to click the free option. Where's the free option? There it is, okay? And then you click search. And then you will get literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of free games on that one math concept. There you go. Whoop, there it is. Okay, so yeah, click rating so that you get the highest rated games. Scroll through and find a game that jumps out to you and just download it. Now, you are going to need a printer. If you don't have a printer, just get an external drive, like one of those little external drive sticks, put it in your computer, save the games to that, and I would suggest saving a bunch of games to the little stick drive. Bring it to your local Kinko's or Office Supplies, wherever you have printing services in town, and print them out. But most homeschoolers have a printer at home. It's kind of a basic thing. Okay, but I'm just trying to show you there's a workaround if you don't. Okay, so let me flip this back around and show you. So then you'll just pick a game that jumps out at you and just order it. It's free. Download it to your computer. And I'm going to show you a few of the games that I downloaded that really jumped out at me. All right, so I have Equivalent Fractions Game. This had high ratings. I thought this was really cool. So if you want to just screenshot that title, Equivalent Fractions, a game of strategy and skill. This one also is really great. I think she gives videos on how to use the resource as a digital resource in Google Classroom, if you use Google Classroom. But I just thought the game looked really well put together. It's colorful. It looks fun. There's really explicit directions that seem easy to follow. Okay? So that's the Equivalent Fractions. This one I absolutely love. Playing Card Mats for Math Centers by Adrian Meldrum and Heidi Reiki. So go ahead and screenshot that, find that game, and download it, okay? And print it out. Teacher directions, primary grade playing mats. So this is to be used with the deck of cards, and that's why I chose this one, because you don't have to run out and buy games. You can just use a deck of cards and a playful mindset with your kids and download these free resources. Playing Card Mat 1, counting. Place a handful of counters in the circle, count the counters. Use cards to make the same number as the number of counters. So that's a lot of fun for really young kids. And what I also like about this is like an all-in-one. Check this out. You have primary grades, pages 4 through 17, and they even have intermediate grades. So you can have all your kids, multiple ages covered with just this one resource. How rich is that? All right, Common Core alignment. I don't give a rip about that. You might. Multiplying two-digit numbers. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Here's the list. And it also has some pre-algebra stuff in here. Ordering rational numbers. Substitute a number for a variable. So some pre-algebra stuff there. And recording sheets. All right, so that grab that resource. I strongly suggest getting Play Card Mats from Math Centers by these two women. Okay, and the other free resource I wanted to show you is Bicycle. The Bicycle website. It's just bicyclecards.com. So these are instructions for a deck of cards. So how many players are in your family? who's playing, and then just click these little boxes here. Let's do a little example here. So say there are 4 players in my family, and it's going to be kids and adults. Oh, it only gives you, let's just say family. Your whole family is going to play. All right, and you want to do rummy games. All right, then you go over to here, find rules, and then here you have all these rules here that you can click on. And let's just say I'm going to click rummy. Okay, rummy run, rummy rum. Rum, I guess you can also call it rum. A card game sometimes played with 2 decks in which the players try to form sets and sequences of cards. All right, so there's math stealthily embedded in this game. It's all math, in fact. Okay, and then here are the rules, object of the game, the play, laying off, going out, how to keep score. Okay, so another thing you can do is one of your kids can be scorekeeper, and you can make it a lot of fun with like really fun, funky markers. You can use like a whiteboard. You can get special markers for them to keep score on windows. There's special, I guess you could probably use dry erase marker on windows. I'm not sure. Do some research about it. But you can make it really appealing so that, your kids will just love scorekeeping. All right, so there's some free resources for you to get started. That's a good jump start for you. Just have a deck of cards, a playful mindset, and don't introduce it like, let's do math by playing cards. No. Don't do that. Just say, hey, let's play a game. Let's play this card game. Or maybe give them choices. You can print out the highest rating games on Teachers Pay Teachers and then just see what your kids want to play. All right? But just present it as a game. Don't say anything about math. And I realize some of the games already say math on it, but whatever. Okay, so toss down a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What game do you want to start playing with your kid that you can start to replace with any stuck math concept that your kids are stuck with right now? What do you want to replace it with what game? Toss down a comment. Give me a like here on whatever platform you're watching me on. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please hit subscribe. Really treasure every subscriber. And ding the bell, because then you'll hear every time I go live. And also, click the link with this post and grab my Math Learning Secrets e-guide. It's a 40-page quick read helping you liberate yourself from mathematics drudgery, academic drudgery, through fun and real-life learning, such as through game schooling. So grab your copy of that today. Also, limited time seasonal special is my Geometric Beauty of Snowflakes. It's a 3-part online unit study, ideally for kids ages 10 to 18. Younger kids that work well with older siblings or alongside their parents can do well too. So click the link and grab Math Learning Secrets with Geometric Beauty of Snowflakes. And I hope to see you on the inside. Thank you for watching. Bye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow.